With every level of success comes an equal threat of comfort. And if you don't see it, it will fuck you up very silently and slowly to the point where you will just wake up one morning with no idea what the fuck happened, but that edge has just completely dissipated. You see, when you go all in on working on yourself, you build the body, you build in the business, you hit your first 10K, 15K, 20K a month. You now have the ability to go live in all the best hotspots around the world. The Balis, the Thailands, the Puerto Ricos, the Dubais, the Miamis, wherever it is you choose, you can be there. You can travel on demand whenever you want. You have complete location freedom. You have access to the most high caliber women. You have access to more guys just like you that you didn't have before. You can go and dine in the most luxury restaurants every single day, and your bank account wouldn't look any different. You see, all of this is really cool, guys, but only if managed correctly. If not, it becomes your biggest liability. Comfort will create a prison. You will lose your edge. Your daily process has energy leaks. You lose that connection with God you had in the silence when it was just you, your mission, and God. Hungry for a lot more, trying to figure it all out in isolation. Your passion, your obsession drains. That fear that you had on your shoulder of knowing that if you didn't go all in right now, that you would be irrelevant as a man if you had no money. You weren't in great shape. But now, you don't have that issue. That urgency's gone. That speed has gone. But all of this means less growth. And as much as we may think that success is just the ability to travel and have a nice woman, we all deeply desire, beyond anything, growth. Growth is what truly makes us feel fulfilled. And all of this success, it's the law of polarity. With every great has an equal negative. It all has the ability to take it all back away from us. You see, the most high-level guys understand this, and they want to spend as little time in this phase as possible. Because entrepreneurs, they go like this, they hit that plateau, many of them stay there forever, some of them spend 1 year there, some of them spend 5 years there. But the psychos, they spend as little time there as possible. They try and skip it altogether. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's 2 weeks, as a little bit of a reset between sprints, and then they're off onto another mission bigger than themselves. They get that spark back. They get that connection with God back. They have a bigger mission. You see, what's kind of interesting is every guy knows at a very high level that every single day there is hundreds and thousands and hundreds of thousands of guys following in their footsteps. Competition, some people would call it. You see, psychos don't give a fuck because they're getting steeper up that exponential curve of growth where they're just mission-fueled and not distracted by the freedom that they've created. Whilst they, all these guys following up behind them, they go into these plateau phases. So despite there being all these people following their footsteps, they're just leveling themselves out. They're getting caught in the glue that they laid down. You have to get back into the dark side. Otherwise, you're going to have everything you fucking want and feel empty. We need the drive. We need the fulfillment. And how are you going to do that? You have to get back to a bigger mission, a mission much greater than yourself. You have to understand what right now is your North Star goal, as big as you can see it. Who do you need to be? What are the standards? What would that daily process look like in order to achieve it? How would you work? How would you operate? How would you train? How would you fuel your body? How would you lead and set standards in your relationship? Instead of just going on 5 dates every week now because you can, or chilling at 2 p.m. in the afternoon and having some fucking lunch with your friends because you can, how do you need to operate for a new level with that same level of urgency you had the whole time? You see, it's human nature, guys. If we think about, you're a caveman and you are in your cave and you've got 3 big cows hung up and it's just about you, why would you go out and hunt when you've got 3 cows? You've got enough for you. But then with that comes boredom. With that comes a lack of passion. With that comes a lack of growth. With that comes a lack of fulfillment. You see, if it's not just about you anymore, guys, and you can be like, right, I'm here now to serve a mission beyond myself. I'm here to serve humanity. Neville Goddard said, if you're going to build an empire, at least make it serve the world. Maybe it's for your family. Maybe it's for your kids, for your partner. Maybe it's helping other people come through what you've already come through. It doesn't matter. But when you make it serve more than just yourself, and now you need 200,000 cows in that cave to serve everybody, you're going to get back out. And it's going to be difficult. You're going to get back in the storm. But you love the storm. It may seem like the difficult route, but it's the easiest route. The hardest route is stagnancy pains. You need growth pains. You need to get back in the mission, back in the storm, but you just love that pursuit of more. You know, you ask a billionaire, what's your biggest issue right now? He'll say, I don't have enough money. The footballer with 3 World Cups, what's your biggest issue right now? I need 6 World Cups. It's not, your success is not down to a level of what looks good to society. It's down to growth. It's down to what is your true potential that you could unlock. Now, that's going to mean more friction in your life. It's going to mean more pressure. It's going to mean more responsibility. It's going to mean more weight. But then you can actually wake up and feel the way you want to feel. Your energy comes back. Your frequency raises. You get that connection with God back, that clarity, that stillness. Everything fixes itself when you have a mission. You have to make sure that the thing you created doesn't become the prison. All forms of societal norms have to go down the drain. What is your North Star? How far can you see? Align with that. Get back in the mission. Make it something beyond yourself. And guess what? When you move 10 steps towards that 100 mark, you now have a new level of consciousness that can see the 110 mark. You should always be 100 steps away. You should have the same level of agitation every single day. The same need that you had when you were broke, you should have when you're making 10K a month, when you're making 100K a month. If you were making $1 million a month, you should have that same level of agitation every day, that same level of pressure, if not more. But then, guys, as much as you may think it's difficult being the guy out hunting all the time, the best part isn't just the growth. The best part is you then, through that growth, get a new consciousness. You get to see the world through a new dimension every single day by putting growth as a necessity onto your shoulders. When you stay the same version of yourself and you see the world the same way for 2 months, for 6 months, it's disgusting. You're dying. If you're not growing, you're dying. You have to set your life up where it makes you grow. And then you get to experience this whole world through a new level of consciousness every single day. Which route do you think is the hardest route? Creating a baseline societal level of success and staying there and dying in that comfort, or picking a mission that serves humanity, that serves the people around you, and you getting back into your role as a man, putting that pressure and responsibility on your shoulders, and through that process carving a new level of your identity, and then being able to experience the world through that with all the new rewards it brings and access to new levels. The biggest desire of humans is growth and fulfillment. Never forget that. It was never about the cars. It was never about the fucking jets. It was never about 20 women. It was about growth. And when you optimize and prioritize your growth as the number one, everyone around you will benefit when you just set yourself to that standard above. Let's get it. Let's go.